Okay, so now I'm going to show you some different ideas of how you could create a sky that you think is beautiful. So it just depends what you think is beautiful. Maybe you really love a blue sky on a nice sunny day. Maybe you love when the sun goes down and the day is turning to night and then the sky gets really colorful, kind of like this. Or maybe you like a really colorful sky. Also, you could think about a rainbow. Maybe there would be a rainbow in the sky. If you like nighttime and you like to see all the stars and everything in the sky, you could draw a nighttime sky. So I'm going to just show you a few different things you could do. If you have oil pastels at home, that's a great tool to use. Or crayons. Or I have some watercolor paint here. And along with this, you'll need some water and some paintbrushes. Grab my water here quick. Put my water in a cup. Make sure it's a cup that your family doesn't care if you use for painting. Okay, so I'm going to start out showing you a really cool technique. It's called crayon resist. And it's like this. If you put crayon down on a piece of paper and then you paint over the top, whatever you draw with crayon is going to come to the top of the paper. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So I made a bunch of different yellow stars. I could even make some white ones too. Since I'm using white on a white piece of paper, you really won't see them show up really at all until you put the paint over the top. Okay, so here's your next step. You're gonna take your paintbrush, dip it in your water cup, get the bristles of your paintbrush nice and wet, and then I'm gonna use some blue. You really have to stir up this watercolor paint to get it nice and wet. And then you use the paint right over the top of the crayon or oil pastel that you used, and look at that. It's appearing through the paint. Maybe your sky is getting a little bit purple too. Then when you see these colors kind of mixing together, you get a bluish purple. It's really fun to mix colors and see the new colors you can create. And when it's really the middle of the night, you'll see a lot of black areas in the sky too. So I rinsed out my brush, put some black on there, and I'm gonna just start adding some black to my night sky. Very cool. I can go over areas where two colors overlap and kind of make them blend together. Very cool. Anytime you have two colors that are touching each other or over top of each other, it's going to create a new color. So you can just experiment with layering the paint, creating new colors. Maybe you don't want it to be a nighttime sky. Maybe you wanted it to be during the day. And maybe you're a big fan of rainbows. So you could get whatever colors you want in your rainbow. Red is the first color of the rainbow. Then comes orange. If you want to do every color of the rainbow, you could easily just look that up on your computer to see what are the colors of the rainbow and what order are they in. So you could keep adding all the colors of the rainbow, and then over the top, just like we did before.